Let's start what I think is probably the mildest of everything.
Yes.
Right? We'll start chill.
Yeah.
I think and even
the most chill.
Yeah.
Even then it was weird. So I got one which was name a hentai or recommend a hentai that made me cry or made me sad.
Yes.
And I can't remember the name of this one. It took me like 30 minutes to even find the name, and then I copy and paste it and send it to you.
I think it's called ℌ ℎ𝖎
And does that mean follow me to sex land or something?
land, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What's ℎ𝖎 land? Is it the author?
I think ℎ𝖎 is the author.
Oh, okay.
At least that's from what I remember, because when I looked at the title, I was like, in Japanese, I was like, that doesn't really mean anything. It's just like the name of the amusement park.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll explain the opening.
Sure.
Of how this show works.
Explain the premise of this show of this hentai.
Okay. So there is a land, a theme park. Think of it, your favorite theme park. Now imagine if instead of that and rides that you could ride other people. And the whole aspect of this park was to sleep or engage with fun activities with the other people there.
Yes.
And that was kind of the premise. And then two boys are like, yo, let's go. Yeah. Let's go to the land.
Boys trip.
boys. However, and then obviously we also see two female characters who are also interested. One of them
I think it was three, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, three. One of them, they're all different personalities. One of them's a bit more shy, but like, I don't know. And one of them's a bit like, I'm ready. I'm ready to get down and dirty.
I'm about to go dicko mode.
Yeah. And so obviously in real life this happened, it would be a sausage fest. And it actually turn into a grinder world.
Somehow it's equally distributed in terms of like both girls and boys. Yeah,
it's the most well-managed theme park in existence.
Yeah. I actually made notes this time.
That's good. I wish I made notes, but I was so annoyed that I didn't want to write any of this down.
and literally the first note I made was, finally, a way to get Joey to enjoy Disneyland.
Why is that your note? Why is that?
Because Joey hates theme parks. I do. Joey hates theme parks, and I was like, "Oh, finally, a theme park that Joey would enjoy."
Let's talk the first 5 minutes of the show. Sure. Okay. I was kind of into the premise. I thought, I'm into this.
Yeah, they explained the theme park. And
animation was solid as well.
Animation was good. Character designs were solid.
I will say, because going into this, obviously the category was a hentai that made you cry, and I was like, this is really fucking vanilla for like where's the crying coming, man? Where is the crying coming? And
like I was saying earlier, sometimes I looked at the show and I looked at the category, I guess, that it fit in, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm watching the correct show.
Yeah.
Because I finished episode 1 of this and I was like, what made me cry?
Wait.
What?
Oh, wait. Hold on.
I had the exact same reaction.
I was like, dude, my eyes were drier than a desert. There was not a single tear welling up at any point.
Does it make you feel like sad?
Not really.
Dude, I felt so empty when I finished it. I was like, that is the saddest shit I've ever seen.
Dude, if anything, all the other shows made me feel sadder.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
But anyway, let's explain the plot. So there's two boys on a bus, and there's three girls on the same bus. They don't know each other yet. All right, but the boys are like, "Yo, tits out for the boys. Let's go. We're about to go dicko mode." And the girls are like, "All right, we got a friend who's like, hasn't done this before, but you know what? We'll ease her into this theme park."
Yeah.
And the explanation in the theme park and how it worked, I was like, "Oh, this is legit." Like this is the best management of theme parks I've ever had.
Yeah, this theme park runs better than Disneyland does. Somehow they got an entire sticker system in this theme park. You have 3 tiers, so you can either have a sticker that says you're okay with kissing, and then there's a sticker that says you're okay with touching, and then there's a sticker that says full-on penetration, baby. Let's go. And of course, no one does the kissing sticker. We don't follow kisses here. Everyone goes for full-on dicko mode right here. And then
and everyone's wearing the weirdest outfits.
Oh yeah, dude, the dudes' outfits was so strange. I'm like, so
bizarre
because they're wearing this the only way I can describe it is that bikini that Borat wears.
Yeah.
They were wearing that, except imagine that, but the dick is just fully out.
Yeah, and then one of the dudes wearing chapless pants. Yeah, it's just his ass is just out or something. It's just all right. Sure.
Do you know what?
I guess you got on the bus here wearing that?
Do you know what I found really weird? So it was that scene where they were like explaining what was going on in the theme park, right?
Yeah.
And these dudes are just having a normal conversation, and one of the dudes is just like casually jacking off while he's like talking to the other dude. He's just having a bro talk, and one of them is just like,
you ever just talk to your best friend, playing with your dick?
Don't worry about it, bro.
and I was like, I was watching this, I was like, this is just next level onsen, you know? This is what happens if you go to an onsen and you like,
you're playing with your dick.
yeah. You're in the onsen, all three boys pop a Viagra, and one of them, and we're just like, yo, boy, how's
How's it been so far, man?
How's it been? How's your trip been so far, man?
So weird.
I was just like,
I think what made it kind of weird is how they explained the rules in a way that would feel a bit more realistic. Because a lot of hentai just doesn't even bother trying to even remotely explain the world.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, you're in the same world, except this guy's a Chad or something.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. I think that's what was kind of like, all right, okay. I was kind of like precarious, but I was like, all right, well, it seems kind of fun.
Okay, speaking on that though, what I did find was kind of like, okay.
It subverted my expectations a lot.
It did.
In a weird way. In a lot. I didn't expect for it to go where it went.
this is the most I've ever seen Connor analyze any piece of media. I think this is the first time I've ever heard the word Connor subverting expectations.
Well, listen, it's a the thing with modern day of this kind of stuff. If you watch, let's say, live action Western of this production.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know exactly when you drop that time bar, you know roughly what you're going to be on when you let go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With this one, I was like, where is this going? Like, what is... I thought this dude was going to get some, going to go wild. That is not what happened. That is not what happened at all.
Yeah. So we have two different groups, and the first scene. The first scene.
I don't even know. Do they have names? I don't even know their names.
I don't know the names.
The main guy and the main girl did, I believe, but at this point, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So the main guy and the main girl are both like kind of like, this is their first time at that theme park, and their friends are like veterans. They've been in.
Yeah, and they're like the kind of like nervous ones.
Yeah. And so the first big scene takes place on a Ferris wheel. Where what happens?
By the way, there's a brilliant fucking pun in the Japanese version when it shows up, because in Japanese, Ferris wheel is called a kandansha, right? But they changed the kanji of kan and dan to, normally it means like, viewing, spinning, right? In this anime, they changed. It still says kandansha, but now it's the kanji for rough fuck.
That's good.
It's like, go on to the kandansha, the rough fuck mobile, and I'm like, okay, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. You thought about that one.
Nihongo Jozu.
I was like, the Japanese people understand that one.
That's an epic Easter egg in
that
a
was
hentai.
Yeah.
So the first scene is two random people get on this Ferris wheel in like one
two
of
main characters, right?
So the two main characters end up seeing each other, and they've seen each other before. They see each other briefly
on the bus.
The bus.
Yeah, like the Zoolander beam.
Yeah. They see each other on the bus, and of course they meet on the Ferris wheel. And I think for like, of course they do the deed. And I think for him, he's just, he is in the wrong fucking place, man.
He's in love with this girl.
This man went to a soap land to look for a wife, man.
Yeah.
He like, I think he just instantly like falls for this girl.
Yep.
In the Ferris wheel, or even maybe on the bus, right?
Yeah.
And they seem to have some chemistry going together.
And we only see his perspective.
Yeah, we only see his perspective. And it's all pretty, I'd say, vanilla stuff. Nothing I haven't seen out of the ordinary. It's just a casual orgy every now and again. There is a weird
casual orgy.
There is a weird scene before this where one of the girls is getting their vaginas cleaned, and I'm just like,
that's one thing I wanted to say, right? Like, so they explain like the rules of the theme park, right? Where it's like, oh, you have to wear a sticker, and it's like, and one part I thought was weird was like, okay, so that diseases don't spread, all the guys and girls have to get checked, and like the girls have to get like cleaned out by this like fucking special hose. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I just looked at that, I'm like, that's copium, because everyone knows by the end of it you are diseased up.
Yeah.
Like there's no helping. Like this is just like nothing's gonna come out of this.
Yeah. Look, we this is a fantasy world.
It's like
If everyone on Craigslist had money. And they all pulled together to make a Craigslist location IRL.
And so things start getting weird, where it basically turns to a kind of swingers party, right?
Yeah, with like two of the groups.
Yeah.
And like one experienced guy, one experienced girl, and then the two main people who are the girl and the guy who can know
the
this.
newbies.
Yeah.
And throughout the course of this show, the girl turns from like being this ooh, I'm a shy, innocent, cute girl to I'm kind of like really perverted, and I'm
secretly like this.
Right? It's she has two wolves inside of her, you know. And during the swinger scene is when we see the darker wolf inside of the second girl, right? So they both start off, you know, with their respective partners that they found from this Ferris wheel, and then they start doing the deed next to each other.
I knew where it was going to go as well. And I was like,
they basically do a wife swap, essentially.
Yeah. And you know, the main character's having a lovely time. Of course, he's banging this girl. They have chemistry together, and then the swap happens.
Yeah, so they swap because one of I guess the other two feel done, and they're like, swap.
Yeah.
And
Let's
they
spice
swap,
things up.
And you're like, no, this dude doesn't want to swap. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that what made you sad?
It made me sad because it's like you're watching porn, but you're watching like the realest, like saddest emotion where it's like this dude is just in this situation he doesn't want to be in, listening to the girl he likes 1 foot away from him getting pounded. And she's enjoying it more with him than she is with the other guy, than himself.
Yeah.
And it's like, how am I supposed to jack off to this? Like, this guy's just getting sad. Like, this guy is just distraught. Like, he's just realizing that the girl he like fell for and the girl he lost his virginity to is just loving getting pounded by this other guy who's clearly way better at this than him. And he doesn't know. And then this other girl is like consoling him. And the one who like was just had it rough is like, oh, don't worry, man. Some people just like it a little chill. And it's like, don't worry. Some people like it that you're a little bitch and that you don't know what you're doing. And it's like, this is just the saddest thing. Why am I
okay,
watching
now that
this?
you put that into that context, I understand why this is in this category.
And it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to get off to this when all I'm thinking is, dude, this is like, at least if it was some absurd kind of stupid plot, I would be like, all right, whatever. But like, it's just sad, like a sad thing that could happen. I mean,
Isn't it crazy that like we look at a show like this and we explain a plot like this and we're like, this isn't absurd.
No, but like
comparatively,
right?
The thing that they're trying to show, I'm like, why are you trying to convey this?
Yeah.
Like, what do you get from this?
Yeah.
The thing that made me uncomfortable about this is that it is NTR. This is essentially NTR, but it's soft enough.
It starts vanilla and then kind of goes NTR.
I think it's NTR.
At least with NTR, I'm like, yeah, this is just dumb. This is just stupid, and it's like, it's unrealistic. But the thought of liking a girl, then maybe it turns out she doesn't like you as much as you thought.
But that's the thing. It's NTR that hits a little too close home.
If you're like together, like they weren't together. That's what makes it even sadder.
They weren't. But
that's what makes it even sadder.
But the thing that hits a little too close to home is that they weren't together, but he liked that girl a little too much and a little too quickly, you know.
Like he was out of his depth. He probably shouldn't even been there.
Exactly.
Like he knew he was gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. It's just sad. How did you watch that and be like, I feel nothing? How?
Because I think I looked at it and I compared it to every other NTR I've seen, and I'm like, it gets sadder. It can get sadder.
But it gets more absurd, and that's where it loses me because I'm so disassociated from it.
I get that. Yeah.
It's like everyone can relate to the feeling of maybe you liked someone, and maybe they turned out to like someone else.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I think
that's a very human thing that most people have experienced.
I think the saving grace for me is that it's only one episode, so you're not as invested in these characters.
Thank God. I mean,
if that happened at like episode 3, then I'd be like, oh, this is
Thank God this was a 15-minute episode as well.
It's 2 episodes, but the second episode has nothing to do with those characters.
No.
Oh,
Thank
really?
God. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, it's just like, oh my. It's just so fucking sad, man.
Because
it's so sad.
I think the saddest thing is that this guy is basically just having a therapy session as his trauma is happening next to him, right? The girl that he fell for is just like having the time of her life. Because the worst thing is that she said, "Oh, you know, I like you as well. You know, I feel like we have a connection," and then 5 minutes later, she's fucking getting railed by this other guy who's doing a completely better job, and this girl's just like, oh, don't worry, it's not the size that matters. It doesn't matter.
And I guess the extra like sad part is that like that was his bro. like this is the dude that's like, yeah, bro, we're gonna have a great time together.
Like, you should have gone to his boy and been like, hey man, I really like that girl. I really don't want to do this. But then also like, I don't know. It's fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
It was stupid.
But it is, to me, like, it is framed in a way that it is kind of the guy's fault for just going to this place.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Yeah, because like even like the girl he fell for, she said, going to this place looking for a connection is gonna get you hurt because people here are not here for that fucking.
Yeah, it's totally on him, right?
Yeah.
But you sympathize because you kind of follow him.
Yeah,
and you can all sympathize with liking someone who really didn't like you.
Yeah,
yeah, of course.
And then the worst fucking thing. The worst thing is after this happens, after she finishes getting railed and obviously has a better time in front of him, after all that trauma is happening,
they have like a heart to heart as well, right?
He asks her out.
Oh yes, that was the saddest thing. I completely forgot about that. How pathetic. How pathetic do you have to be to watch that, feel those emotions, be like, can we still please be together?
That's true.
Yeah.
And then doesn't she say yes?
No. As he's confessing and like trying to profess to this girl that like, no, like this is legit. Like I actually connect with you on an emotional level. She's like, would you still love a girl who loves getting dicked down by random dudes? And he's like, hell yeah, babe. And I'm like, don't do it, bro.
He's like, yes, single tear. I still love you.
Like, it's so pathetic and it's so sad. Like, I wanted to fucking cry after watching it. I'm like, that is the saddest shit I've ever seen. Like, how pathetic do you have to be? And what a skeptical and sad way of viewing relationships. This like this series was.
Yeah.
It's like, if you made this, like, why? What's going through your head?
It's like the man huffed so much copium he could like huff the entire atmosphere of Earth. Like I don't know what he was thinking when he just said, "Oh yeah, I just obviously just have trauma. I just saw the girl get dicked down. Let's ask her out. Let's say this is the perfect time to confess my love to this girl."
Okay, yeah. Now when you put it in that perspective, makes sense.
Yeah. How did you watch that and feel nothing?
Because again, my mind has just been corrupted by all the NTR I've seen, and I'm like, it can get worse.
No, NTR's just fucking weird.
It can get sad.
I gotta say, it's not the most fucked up thing I've seen. It's not the saddest thing I've seen, but it was just kind of like
too real.
No, it wasn't too real. It followed a character that I think it's the main character, right? Because I think we've all known someone like that.
Yeah.
It was someone who innocently gets into bad situations sometimes, and someone who maybe falls for a girl a little too fast.
Yeah.
And you're like, you try to tell them, bro, don't do it. Okay, this is bad for you. Don't do it. And they do it anyway.
Also, I just remembered as well, like after he confesses. And like after she does like all of the but do you still love me if XYZ, and they decide to have intercourse again, then she's like, it's so funny, we don't even know each other's names. As he's inserting, she's like, I don't even know your name.
That is weird.
And I'm like, bro, you got everything out of whack. Like
everything is out of order here, man. Yeah, I honestly, like, I don't know why she said yes as well.
They both suck.
Yeah.
They both suck as human beings.
Yeah. Like, she's obviously, I don't even know if she's like consciously leading him on. We've done this into a fucking character study, by the way.
The only chat in this is the woman who got railed and then just kind of like sympathetic towards him.
The blonde. Yeah.
She's like the only.
The only Giga chat in that show was the fucking blonde girl who was getting dicked down by 3 dudes at the beginning. She's like, just leave me be. I'm good. I'm good. You guys go have fun.
You know, at least the girl was sympathetic to this innocent kid, you know, and try to like talk him down. But at that point, it's like, what can you say? What can you say to quell down the fire? He's too far gone.
Man's too far gone.
I don't know, man. I don't even feel like she was being sympathetic. She just literally just did like a GG no re. Like,
Close enough.
Like, don't worry about it, bro.
It's
whatever. You tried.
Yeah. I mean, happily, like, I did end up watching the second episode as well.
Yeah.
Which is very different.
Just because I was like curious, is there a happy ending to this story? There is no happy ending to this story because it's a completely different story.
Right.
The second episode focuses on like a group of idols at this show.
Yeah, it was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
What?
And one thing that actually impressed the fuck out of me, right, is okay. The premise of the episode is that there's a group of idols that perform at this theme park, and of course they have a kind of like handshaking kind of event. Except it ain't handshaking. It is
dicking down.
The dicking down event where you get 1 minute per handshake or per dick shake. Let's say.
God.
But one thing that really fucking impressed me, they made a full-on Idol song for this, man. What? They made a full-on Idol song for episode 2. I'm like, where are you getting this production values from, man?
Yeah, like the whole show looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
Oh no, yeah, the animation was good, character designs were good.
Which makes me more angry because it could have been in a good MILF one. And so we got this. It's always NTR, man. It's always NTR that gets the good shit.
The one time where you're like, where's Queen Bee at?
Yeah.
When we needed him most, he disappeared.
Yeah, like I didn't cry towards this, but I will say I didn't feel.
I just felt like depressed.
I felt
It was
depressed.
sad.
It was literally the you know that image that's popular, the one with the scribbled in dude who's like,
Oh, yeah.
like that's how it
In
made
the
me-
dark corner.
Yeah, that's how it made me feel. Like I
Yeah.
was just like, why, dude?
No, for me, it was the horse on the beach with the man.
Yeah, man.
That's how I felt after that one. I was like, man,
Very much. I was like, bro, did you really?
Come
Did
on,
you
man.
really?
Come on.
So don't watch it.
Yeah, don't
watch any of these.
don't watch that. Don't want that one.